Hello students, this is video 7.2. We are doing circular art and spirals, and our objective is I can find the area of a circle, you probably could already do that, and the area of a sector of a circle. Ooh, and your Excel skills are U4. That's right, U4. All right, so let's go flippers. So the first thing we want to write down is the definition of area in general, and that is the measure of how much space is contained within a figure. And this is going to be 2D. So if I had a square, okay, and it was 2 by 2, the area of that square would be 4. And you guys know that because there are 4 1 by 1 boxes within the space. So that will be 4 units squared. Now because we have a circle, we want to figure out, well, what is the area of a circle? So here is a circle. Okay, and this circle has a diameter of 6, and we see that right there. So what we want to do is we want to use apple pies R2 to determine what the area here is. So the pi that we're using, the pi, you know pi, the constant, that mathematical constant that we use, we're going to multiply that by the radius. Well, we're only given the diameter, but we know that the diameter is equal to 2r. So that means that if we know the diameter is 6, that r here would actually have to be 3. If we divide that by 2 on both sides, we'll get r equals 3. So we'd actually put 3 here, and we'd square it. So that would be 9 pi. And a lot of times they want you to leave it in terms of pi. This would be in terms of pi. I'll talk more about the area of a circle in class tomorrow. We're going to do an investigation that helps you understand why pi is actually used, where that actually comes from. All right, so let's talk about the sector of a circle. So let me draw a circle. Well, I did not use string to draw that circle, but there it is. And let's put a center point. Okay. So now the sector of a circle is really the region bound by an arc of a circle and the 2 radii to the arc's endpoint. So let's draw that in. So here are my 3 points, okay? T is the center point, and R is 2 points on the circle, and I'm going to draw in 2 radii. Once I have those 2 radii drawn, I'm going to draw my arc. Here's my arc here at RS. So this actually could be written as arc RS, okay? So the sector of a circle is actually going to be the shaded region that I shade here. So this is actually a sector. So if you imagine it to be kind of like a slice of pizza, that's pretty much what it is. So you are no longer having a slice of pizza, you are having a sector of pizza. All right, so have you ever wanted to know what the area is of that sector of pizza? Well, that's what we're going to actually work to figure out now. So imagine you have this ginormous pizza, and the radius of the pizza is 18 yards. Pretty ginormous pizza, right? And the arc here measure is 45 degrees. I've written down just those 2 things that I just said. The radius and the measure of the arc, MA, is 45 degrees. Maybe you want to find the area of sector MTA. And we write that A for area of sector MTA equals, we would simply take the measure of arc MA, and we want to divide that by 360 because this is a circle, right? And there's 360 degrees there. And we want to multiply that by pi r squared. Oh, you mean the same pi r squared we used up here? Boom! That's exactly what you're going to do. So let's try it. The measure of arc MA here is 45 degrees, so we're just going to write that. Okay, and then we're going to divide that by 360. And that's going to be multiplied by pi, which is pi, and then r, which here is 18 squared. And that's going to equal, now if I go ahead and substitute in what I know and simplify, I'm going to get 127.23. And remember, this is the measure of the area, so this is going to be yards squared, because this is area, two-dimensional. Okay, so question number 1, it says, what is the area of the circular region on the wrestling mat? There's the wrestling mat. They're about to go at it on a 12-foot diameter. So what's the area? We have it. We figured our R was equal to 6. We substitute in 6. We rearrange it so that the coefficient, that number, actually, these are both values, so the number is in front. We get 36 pi feet squared. Question number 2 says, well, what is the area of the sector ABC? And it says, leave your answer in terms of pi, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and do that. So the area of sector CBA is simply going to be the measure of arc CA, which is here. Okay. And that's going to be divided by 360 and then multiplied by pi r squared. So let's plug in what we know. One thing I want to tell you is that if the angle measurement here is 60 degrees, this arc measure is also going to be 60 degrees. We will talk more about that later, but you do need that information to answer this question. So here this simplifies to 24 pi yards squared. Be sure to rearrange the problem so that you have your number that you can clearly see out in front. Here's your secret hot question. It says, what is the area of the sector, arc sector of GPH? Leave your answer in terms of pi. Remember, U4 is the IXL scale. Good luck.